This video is about how to attach wheels and an axle to a PVC frame. This is my beach cart that I made last summer. If you'd like to learn more about this particular cart, you can go to my channel and see the DIY beach cart video or the DIY beach cart update video that talks about how I ultimately ended up with these particular wheels and this axle on this cart. But today I'm going to focus exclusively on how I actually attached the wheels and axle to the PVC frame. So here is the wheel assembly that's been removed from the beach cart, and you'll see the PVC frame with the wheels and axle attached. I'm going to show you what you need to be able to do that. So we're just going to set that aside now. And this is basically the pieces that you're going to need. We have, these are PVC tees, and then we've got plugs. And the plugs, these are made to go inside of the fittings. They will not go inside a piece of pipe, okay, but they will go inside the fittings. And I like to do it this way. I think it's strong, and here in a minute I'll show you how to put holes in these plugs. But you've got 2 tees, 2 plugs, and then you're going to have pieces of pipe that would run up to whatever your frame consists of, and then tees typically that you would tie in there. One other way that you could do this if you weren't going to support a lot of weight is you could use a single tee, and then you could have pieces of pipe here, and then you could use caps. And caps will fit on the end of the pipe. Now these caps are actually 1.5 inches. I didn't have 1.25 inch caps, but they would just go on the end, and then you could drill the hole in the end of the cap. But it would be a lot harder because it's not flat. It'd be a lot harder to see how that's not flat. A lot harder to drill a hole in that, but it could be done. But you could just have a single tee that comes down, and because of this span that would go out to where the wheels are, like I said, you wouldn't want to put much weight on it because these would deflect, and deflection causes stress, and stress causes things to break. So now let's talk about the way I set mine up. So move these caps away. And we've got 2 tees. And with the plugs, I'm going to show you how to drill your hole in your plug. Now, I like to be precise, and so I want to make sure that I put the hole directly in the center. And I could put a straight edge on here, and I could draw with a Sharpie or a pencil, and it wouldn't take too well. It would be a wide line, and I'd lose precision when I do that. So what I like to do is like take a straight edge, and then I lay it across here, and I can use these points here because I know they're going to be the widest part. I can use those points, and then I'm going to make sure I get right on there, and take my straight edge or my X-Acto knife. I'm just going to draw a line like that. So now I have a mark, and then I'll just switch over and I'll do another set of points across here. Got a little bend in my ruler. I'll get my ruler straight. And then boom, I don't know if you can see that, but basically I've got an X where those 2 lines intersect, and I can be certain that that is very close to being the center of this this plug. And now when I just have a regular drill, a handheld drill. I don't have a drill press. And a lot of times when you're going to take a drill, it'll have a tendency to walk when you first put it in there. So I want to make sure that my drill knows exactly where to go. So what I will do is I'll grab my hammer, and I think I have a nail over here somewhere. Here it is. Grab a hammer and a nail, and then I'll put that nail, the tip of that nail, right where those 2 score marks intersect, and just give it a little tap. And now I have a dimple where my drill will start, and my drill will actually naturally find that, and I can be certain that the drill will take right down the center of there. And then once I have drilled these out, then of course I can put the whole assembly back together again once it's, the tees with the 2 plugs with holes drilled, and and then the frame right there. So just briefly want to talk about the size of the hole that you're going to drill into your plug. You're going to want to drill it just slightly bigger than the size of the axle. If it's too big, the axle will move around, and you can get sand and liquid and into the PVC frame. So you're going to want to just make it a little bit bigger. This is the original axle. This came off of the kid's toy. If you've seen my original video, you know I took wheels off of a kid's Bigfoot power toy, and this was the axle. And so really what you do is you just take, and if you've got calipers, then you can throw right on here and you'll know the diameter exactly. But if you don't have calipers, and I think most of us don't, you can You know, you lay it here and I'm looking and I can see shaft on either side. So I'm gonna try a little bit bigger drill bit. And when I try this one, you know, it completely blocks out. Or maybe another way to look at it is I can put it behind here. And when I put it behind, I can see a little bit of drill bit. Hope you can see that. There's a little bit of drill bit that's visible on each side, so I know that that's just a little bit bigger than my shaft. And then that of course is the drill bit that I'll choose to use to drill the hole in the plug. Or you know, if I went the other route, which I don't recommend, but if you use the cap, same thing. You'd go ahead and hit the drill right through the cap there. If you'd like to see how I put it all together, go to my DIY beach cart update video, and I show you exactly how the wheels and the axle and the spacers and the pins all fit together on this.